Welcome to the session one of the Adventurers Academy. This is a 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons campaign. I am your dungeon master. My name is Vindy, and if you're watching this, we're watching this live. This is on twitch.tv/ Vindy Titan 1988. If you're listening to the podcast, welcome back. We will go ahead and go down the right side. One of the adventurers, is not currently here. He has been, I believe, mother-in-law aggroed. I think that's what he said to me. I don't know. It's in my messages. I don't really feel like diving back in to find out all of that. So we'll go ahead and start at the top right. So just real quick, your name, your character, and class. So Lucky.
Yo, good evening. So my character is Lockjaw, Ranger, and yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. And up next will be Energy.
Hello, Energy. I am Rakus Valeth, a level 1 Dragonborn Paladin.
Alrighty. And finally will be our newest member, which will be Andy M. If you don't have your character's name or anything ready, that's fine. If you do, go ahead and just real quick character name, class, and your call sign.
I'll hold on that for right now.
Okay. Yep.
Almost there.
He's rolling the character stats right now, so that can be kind of distracting to have to multitask all of that out. I get it. So while he's doing that, and of course Lucky stepped away, a quick recap of everything that has happened, and that would be that our adventurers made it to the academy, went through the introductions introduction welcome speech by the headmaster, and then they were sent out into initiation. Pretty much just sent out. If they came back, awesome. If they fulfilled the tasks of the initiation, then they were worthy enough to become adventurers according to the academy's requirements. If they didn't make it back, oh well. So during that first session, Flintock, Lockjaw, and Valeth did encounter some wolves, and through some sneakiness of Flintock, they didn't have to fight them, and the wolves led them deeper into the forest, where they encountered some boars that the wolves were hunting. They did manage to take down the boars, and they took down one of the wolves. The other wolf has since fled in terror, but not before taking a bite out of a random fourth member that had joined them. That person has died. So, welcome to the world. It is a harsh one. But that is where we have left off. And what I will do is I will kind of make Flintock follow along behind you guys, and he's pretty much gonna stay out of the way and just kind of observing, and that will be about it until his owner can actually come in and play. And then Andy, whenever your character is ready, we will actually go find your character and bring him into the story. That way, they're able to keep doing their thing, and we'll get you going here before too long. So let me go ahead and get the map open that we were working on. Yep, that's the right one. There we go. Nope, that is not the right one. That's the right map. Okay.
There we go.
Yep, so this is the map we were working on. The tiles weren't, the character locations weren't saved, but we're not in combat, so that's not that big of a deal. That just happens to kind of be where we have left off. You guys will have been up here kind of in this little section, and dead generic character is up here. And then Andy, whenever your character is made and ready, I'll take a look at it, and then I will hook you in some way, shape, or form. So again, we left off. Both of the boars were dead. One of the wolves was dead. The other wolf has vanished. And that's about where we left off. Other than that, we can go back into the game unless there's any other questions.
Nope. I think we were taking a short rest just so people could heal up because some people got their ass kicked last time. Not going to mention any
So
names.
you want to take a short rest?
We already
I
did.
think they did. We did. They rolled.
Okay, that's right. Yep. Alrighty. I'm not going to make you establish any watch patterns or anything like that because it's just a short rest where you're just focusing on the ground. Nobody's actually sleeping. So, nothing big to deal with that. All right. So, your rest has been concluded. I'm not sure how everybody is standing on health. Let me do this real quick. Open link. Open link. And open link. Because nothing says multitasking like 20 Chrome tabs.
Usually coming from 3 of them. I have no idea what's running in the background.
Yeah, I don't care. It's my work. It's one of my work computers. Okay, so I know not everybody. Okay. All right. So your short rest has concluded, and what are you all wanting to do now?
What do we do? We're down a person.
What do you mean?
We've. I'm saying we're down. Generic die. We're supposed to have 4 people.
Yeah, well, this is what we got at the moment. So we can look around and see if we find anything else more dangerous and figure out what our next plan is going to be. Or we can risk it and go back with 2 very large boars and a wolf's head.
I don't want to risk it. I'd rather just go forward and face whatever's coming to us because I don't want to fail this first thing.
Yeah. Well, we already know that based on our group and that poor sap over there, that I don't think the other groups might have fared as well. So who knows who's running around left? So,
Do we follow the wolf, or do we just head off in our own direction?
I'll do.
Those wolves were kind of assholes.
Yeah. Yeah, the wolves are assholes, but can I do? What would that be under?
If the question is, can you do something? The answer is yes. You can try.
You can certainly try. I'm looking to investigate. No, survival. Survival check for tracking and see what's in the area.
Okay, roll survival.
13.
So you see the obvious signs of the struggles that went on between you and the boars. You see wolf tracks. One set of wolf tracks is leading you away kind of to the east northeast. There's some other tracks there, but they appear to be old and they've been so trampled on that you're not too sure what they are.
Okay. Well, we have the obvious critter, and we have something interesting that's a new thing on the field. We can
Let's
try
go
to
for the
follow.
new.
All right. We'll work on, and I'll work tracking back the older tracks then, and try to figure out what it is and where it's going.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
What do you need me to? Need me to roll for that, or
So now that you've identified the tracks you want to track that you're looking for, go ahead and roll survival again.
13 again?
You can see them leading to the east, but you still can't make out what they are.
Okay. Well,
Let's
yeah,
head east to that little opening.
yeah. So we'll head out eastward and track these back and figure out what this thing is.
Okay. So you all are going to start heading east. So you've been. Go ahead and roll a. Roll a survival.
Everybody?
Yeah, everybody can roll, but if you're trying to track,
10.
20?
Ooh.
natural.
Nope. So it was 17 plus 3.
Okay. So you've been tracking these things about East. Lockjaw, I'm going to assume that you have kind of been the forerunner of the group, as you tend to be the better one at tracking out of everybody here. You've seen
I
pretty
would like to be
much.
close behind.
Okay. You've seen pretty much all of the other tracks kind of disappear. And because of that, you're now able to make out that these tracks are definitely not a natural occurring creature of the forest.
Crap. All right.
They
So,
appear um, bestial in nature. Right, so that they are bestial in nature. It does appear that it's a quadruped. These tracks are still heading east, but they are starting to curve north. They look to be probably about a day old, but you can tell they're not really moving at any type of advanced pace.
okay. Obviously, I'll relay that back to the rest of the squad or the group and let them know that, hey, this looks like this might be something we need to find. And it doesn't match anything else, and it's definitely not normal. But it is on 4 legs, so we'll figure it out. Is it small, medium, or large? 4-legged.
You would think I'd remember that off the top of my head. Large.
Boy.
There's just a heavy resounding sigh from the ranger up front, being like, "This is bigger than it's bigger than the bus."
Well,
Um.
large doesn't mean bigger than a bus.
Okay. So,
Like, I mean, if you're
you
thinking
said it was
about it
beef
in
steel.
what?
Mhm. Yeah.
It appears bestial.
Okay. That means I get advantage on survival checks. I gotta remember that for the future. Because I got survival. Favorite enemy is Sylvan and Beast, so I get advantage on those.
Okay, again, it appears bestial.
So I don't get advantage or do?
No, you don't get advantage.
Okay. Just throwing it out there. So, but I am in my woods, which means I still do get I need to make note of that. I get double proficiency bonuses on survival checks. So instead of +3, it should be +6 from. I'm pushing that forward. From this point forward.
Your proficiency bonus is a +2, though. You might get a +3 out of your modifier and your proficiency.
Right, your proficiency bonus is doubled for skill checks when making intellect or wisdom checks related to it, while in my favorite terrain, which is the woods.
Yeah, so you get an additional +2 to it.
Yeah, okay.
If that makes sense, because you don't
Yeah,
don't double your modifier, you just double the proficiency bonus.
Okay, well, just trying to make sure I'm keeping all this stuff straight.
Yep.
Because
while we're doing that, how are you doing, Andy?
I've got a sheet ready.
Okay.
Look at it.
Give me a second, and I will pull it up.
Is it there?
Okay. Yeah, it's here. I just have to hit refresh.
Awesome.
So I will say this while you guys are tracking. Go ahead and roll another survival.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
17.
Tell me.
I got 12.
Okay. I'm. Let me look at one other thing. Okay. All. Go up here. Okay, so that makes sense for that. Okay. Let me check your equipment. You have no equipment.
Just our weapons.
So let me do your starting equipment for you. So we'll do equipment.
Fine.
Do you want a rapier or a short sword?
Here, please.
Okay. Short bow and quiver of 20 arrows, or a second short sword? Or a short sword?
Short sword.
Okay. Burglar's pack, Dungeoneer's pack, or Explorer's pack?
Burglar's pack.
Okay. What artisan tools do you want?
Anything having to do with writing.
Okay, so calligraphers.
Not sure if that was the only one.
Yeah, that's going to be the only one that's actually to deal with writing. Cartographer would deal with writing as map making, but
Not on calligraphy.
okay. Alrighty, so if you hit refresh, you'll see all of that, and let me go look at. I gotta go into your character editor real quick. So give me one more sec. And okay, so you guys see the tracks now heading due north. See, I can multitask. And by that, I mean I know how to BS.
If I know it may not help. If I roll a divine sense, will that last through, like, it says until the end of your next turn? Does that last like once we until we enter combat?
No, that's about 10 seconds.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's actually 6 seconds.
Okay.
So I mean, it tell you information, but you can sense anything affected by a hollow spell or know the location of a celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover. So, I mean, you can do it.
I'm good. I don't think we're tracking undead.
Okay, 8 plus modifier. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty, so I've taken a look at your character. I've added the equipment in for you, Andy. I am good with pretty much everything, but I will say, as your background, I am going to modify it just a slight bit.
Okay.
While it says you are a guild artisan, you would be a guild apprentice. Because you're about the adventuring age to go into a academy, so yeah.
Works for me.
So, alrighty. So they're looking around for you, or they're looking around for their thing. So are you ready to go, Andy?
Ready to go.
Awesome. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to get you to head out towards them, and kind of like I had mentioned, can't remember if it would have been Monday. I get my days of the week all mixed up, so I rely on my phone to tell me everything. So you during this initial initiation, where you'd heard the professor speaking, the headmaster speaking, and he said that you were tasked with returning with proof of having slain a monstrosity in the forest. I never said I was nice.
Yeah, here we go.
But when everything was happening, there was an odd number of students that were out there. And while everyone pretty much made groups of 4, nobody ever explicitly said it had to be a group of 4, a group of 3, or a group of 2, or a group of 6. We did say that the teams that you end up finishing with will be the teams that become your team for the rest of this academy. So you'll be working with them throughout the rest of your academy training. With that said, you were doing the traditional rogue sneaky sneak stuff. I'm just going to assume that it was rogue sneaky sneak stuff for the last session because nobody heard you. So you have been shadowing shadowing this group of 4. You saw that one player get killed, or that one person get killed in the last session. And you've just been kind of hanging back following them. So at this point, I am going to give the rest of the group a chance to. Okay. I'll give everybody a chance to. Everybody in the group can roll perception. And Andy, you roll stealth.
Rolling what again? Sorry, I'm rolling.
Stealth. So D20.
20.
Nat 20?
7.
Oh, 18 plus an
Okay.
additional 2 because we're in woods.
Okay.
Rolling twice or just once?
Just once.
Okay. 18.
Okay. So you're pretty sneaky. Pretty much everybody in the group hasn't seen you. Let me do one more check here. Where's his? Bloop. Yeah, so pretty much everybody in this group hasn't seen you. Okay, Lockjaw, you have now realized that there is something following you, or following
Okay.
your group.
All right. Hold on a second. I'm trying to remember from last session. Did the Pally understand? What's my hell name?
Yeah.
Sylvan.
Sylvan, yes.
Okay. I'll walk. I'll take on knee Just kind of like, still tracking the tracks, and then I'll say something in Sylvan like, "We have a tail,"
What?
and I just put my hand up again, like, quiet, and and repeat very quietly again that we're being followed.
All right, now I would do divine sense. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Do I pick anything up?
No.
Damn it. It'll work out someday.
All right.
I can't sense anything.
Oh, well, I got my gear bag. I'm going to.
It's living. It's not.
No. I know I got something for this. Until we can identify what this is. Thought I grabbed that.
Are you doing anything, Andy, while these guys are figuring out what they're doing?
Watching.
Okay.
I'm going to. Apparently, I did not add that to my inventory. That is my fault. I'm going to use my rope. I'm going to rig a snare trap on our path. Like right on the tracks I'm at. I'm just going to be like, discreetly, just kind of acting like I'm tracking something, but I'm going to rig it.
Okay.
I will fiddle with my shield and pretend I'm doing something because I don't know how to rig traps.
And then and then get up and be like, all right, and then kind of use that moment to kind of like use my foot to brush, hide the trap a little bit more, and then be like, all right, let's head this way real quick.
Okay.
So you're trying to hide the trap?
Yes.
Okay. So roll a stealth check.
Well, the best I'm gonna get's a 5.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 1.
You rolled a natural 1.
Yeah.
That's
stealth.
different than a 5.
Well, again, I'm at disadvantage with it, so if I roll again, it doesn't matter. So I rolled.
No, you're not at disadvantage.
For stealth check?
You're not at disadvantage.
Okay, well, we're at scale mail, but the highest I got,
So
1 plus 4 is 5.
Here's why you're not at disadvantage. You are not trying to sneak up on something. You are trying to hide a trap. Your scale mail making noise has no impact on how well you hide the trap.
So wouldn't that be more of a survival or a nature check?
No.
Okay.
Because you are actively trying to hide it.
Okay.
Survival is if you're trying to track something or lure something or identify what you can do in the woods, natures, plants, and things like that. You're trying to obscure, which is stealth.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Andy, roll a stealth check, DC 5.
I'm pretty sure you're just gonna just tap and
Hey.
What, I'm rolling a 20.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you
So 6 plus. It's 6 plus 3, so 9.
You see the trap. You watched Lockjaw set this snare trap and just fail miserably at hiding it, so you know exactly where it's at and how to avoid it. Okay, so we keep going. So what's everybody doing?
I'll go up to the wood line and then turn around and watch for the tail.
Okay, so you're going to hide in the wood line? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I'm a ranger. I'm gonna be like, hold on a second, I'm gonna go check something.
Okay.
I'm done with this. I'm gonna turn around and say, "Show yourself. We know you're here."
Are you going to respond to that or no?
I'm going to not respond to that.
Okay.
I have my shield up, just ready to go, just in case.
All right. Now, you can try and intimidate or persuade or whatever you want. Or you guys can keep going on the tracks you're trying to follow. Because
I mean, I thought it
every
was pretty
minute.
intimidating.
So you're trying for intimidation? Roll intimidation.
I would. Yeah, I would. 11, 5 plus 6.
Okay. So intimidation, that would be a charisma, I believe. Yep. So Andy, roll a charisma save, DC 11.
It's 13.
Okay, so you are not intimidated by what the dragon in the paladin with the shield has said. So you guys can try another approach. You can just keep going.
So he answered us, but you didn't reveal yourself yet.
He didn't answer.
Okay. Well, I dipped into the tree line. Can I see? Can I still see him?
You never saw him. You sensed him.
Okay. Can I attempt to spot him?
Sure, roll perception.
Yay.
And while he's rolling perception, Andy, roll a stealth.
13. Which is my passive perception.
20.
Natural 20? Okay. You don't see him. You still have the vague sense that somebody is following you, but that's it. Or someone, somebody, or something is following you, but that's all you have.
Just grumble. And you're like, all right, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. I'll walk back with the paladin and be like, they're there, but I can't get a beat on where they're at.
Do you have a sense, like, what direction?
And it's just a large cone somewhere behind us, and be like, yeah. So I'm just gonna pick the trap I rigged back up and be like, you know what? Let's keep pushing forward, and we'll keep tabs on whoever this is. And then, by the way, I'm saying all this in Sylvan, which I'm assuming they probably can understand because it's an uncommon language.
Well, you're making an assumption.
Yeah, but
I'll be honest, I didn't even look at what languages his character speaks, so I have no idea.
I mean, I'm rolling a crapshoot. It's either this or Draconic, but either way, I mean,
Yeah.
They can Spanglish things and go back and forth between Draconic and Sylvan the whole way, throw anybody off, and be like, look, and then just be like, look, they're there somewhere. I don't know what it is, but it's not what we're tracking. So let's push forward to identify where the hell this thing is first.
But if there's something behind us, I don't want to be pinched between what we're tracking and this thing. I want to know what it is.
We're aware what's behind us, though. That's key. But I'm looking at the ground, going, whatever this is a hell of a lot bigger than whatever that is.
So you hear the druid speak up at this point. And he says, I would highly recommend we keep moving forward and not lose sight of our objectives. Whatever is behind us hasn't attacked us yet.
All right.
So let's at least identify primary target 1, and then we'll, we can always back off 1 and then turn around and deal with 2.
All right. I trust. Let's go forward then.
All right. So I'll gather up my stuff and then push forward on the track line and figure out.
Okay,
Continue
roll
down the
survival.
line.
19 plus 1, 20.
The Paladins actually got better than me. I got 9.
Okay. And Andy, go ahead and roll a stealth. The tracks for you all are heading straight north now.
Okay.
22.
Okay. Are you following them? Are you... Are you still following them? Okay. All right. So you guys have been going about this for a while now. One more survival check. We'll say it's been about another 45 minutes of following these, and one more stealth check.
Natural 1 plus 1, 2.
Nope, you have a natural 1. Doesn't matter what your modifier is. The rocks look like rocks.
I'm at 13 for survival.
You could see these are fairly fresh tracks. You still don't know what they are, but you're getting close.
Okay, so I'll hand signal that and relay that to the group. Low tones that, hey, we're getting up. Whatever this is, we're climbing up on it.
And what'd you roll for stealth, Andy?
11 plus 3.
So 14.
Oh, sorry, 11 total.
Okay. So at this point, Lockjaw, you know that somebody is just outside of your visual range because you hear them keep slowly following you.
Yep.
The druid says it's still behind us. It's maybe 70 feet away, hiding in the trees.
Okay.
And Arrakis, you know they're behind you.
Okay. My passive perception's 13. Would I have beaten his stealth?
That's why you know where they're at. That's why you
Okay.
know the general area.
All right.
You didn't beat him high enough to immediately identify where he is in the woods, but you know about how far away in direction.
Okay. Due to the proximity of the tracks and everything else, it's like, all right, we keep pushing forward. We're gonna roll up on this thing. If we yell, we're gonna give away our position to whatever we're tracking. But this whatever it is 70 feet back. It's there, but option A is to push forward and take a look at what this thing is, and then maybe back off, or either way, figure it out.
Let's move forward. I'll kind of hang back. I'll carry up the rear. That way, at least if they spring on us, they'll hit me first, I guess.
Okay. I'll ready my bow and arrow.
Okay.
I'll get my long sword out and my shield.
And I guess one more survival check.
Roll a perception. This will be for Lockjaw and Arrakis. Roll perception.
9 total.
Okay.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right icon. Unfortunately, the icon pack I'm using is in frickin' French. And I don't speak French.
It's okay. Just keep rolling by that. At least that one I'm looking at going, nope. Just keep going by that one.
Is it a pig? Another wolf? Maybe?
Whatever it is, it was large. But he keeps rolling by the ones that I'm all like, nope. Okay, we're good. Just gonna throw a lich at us. Thanks.
That's not. Did they put it in here?
I'm glad I'm not scared.
I forget you guys can see the bottom part of this in Discord.
We're not metagaming at all. Just watching you scroll through that, being like, all right, what are we picking here?
All right. Andy, are you still just stalking this party?
I think it's time to reveal myself.
Okay.
I come out of hiding carefully, but coming out of hiding, big smile on my face.
As you realize as you do that, I turn around with a bow fully drawn, pointed at your face, going, and you would be.
So go ahead and describe your character so that they know what they're looking at, and then I'm going to have them describe their character so that they know what you are looking at.
Sure.
So-
You are looking at a elf, um, sort of really the adventuring looking fellow, very pleasurable to look at, very nice smile, bright smile lights up the room, um, just standing there very happily looking at everybody, almost like, how are you doing? Welcome everybody.
Okay.
You see a large brass dragonborn in a bunch of armor, snarling a little bit. Yeah. Got my shield and my sword ready.
And he's looking at Lockjaw, which is, again, just like the Pally, hulking Dragonborn, green scale, looking at the wrong end of a bow and an arrow. It's just like, we don't like surprises. We got enough shit going on. Explain yourself.
And I will go ahead and describe the final character that is in this group. You see a 4'9" hill dwarf with really dark tan skin, brown eyes, and just the beginnings of a traditional hill dwarf beard. Still looks like an early adult, but you can tell it's not a old dwarf by any means. And that dwarf has a scimitar and a shield.
I walk up group and I walk over to the dwarf, thinking the dwarf is in charge.
There's a side look from the ranger to the paladin being like, do you see this shit?
The dwarf will just speak common dwarf phrases right now. I'm not going to RP another player's character.
No problem.
Problem.
Why have you been following us?
I'm sorry.
Why have you been following us?
Seeing what you all were doing, seeing if I could help, which looks like you could use my help.
Did you see us lose our other general player character? Generic player? Did you see us lose generic?
Generic NPC 1.
I did see you lose generic NPC 1.
Then why didn't you help then when we needed you?
Was not available to help at that time. I only saw towards the end.
Do I recognize anything on him that would signify that he was with the starting class?
Okay, roll perception.
Damn it. 10.
He looks to have just very basic starting adventuring gear.
No, sorry. Let me rephrase that question. Like students, like he was like.
Yeah, do we know he's a student? Did we recognize him from the
roll
previous...
perception?
Okay.
Lucky, he looks like he was general age, but nothing specifically stands out. He could be a student. You have no idea.
Okay.
How long have you been following us?
Just a while, not too long.
I'd say do an inside check, but I don't know about that.
Listen, I could be nice about this, or I cannot. What's your purpose here? Are you friend or foe?
I'm here to help you. You need help. I'm here to help. Obviously, I'm friend.
Insight check.
Roll.
Insight?
Lucky called an insight check. Roll insight, Lucky.
5, I believe him.
8.
You believe him.
All right.
Hey! And now there's the person that can RP the thing that you were trying to talk to initially. By the way, there's the person that's RPing you. That is the dwarf.
Just in time. Just in time for that.
Yeah, I don't know.
You believe him. All right.
Oh, what's up? And while he's doing that, what is up, Corbin?
That you were trying to talk to initially.
Go ahead, Steve, mute the Twitch page.
By the way, there's the person that's RPing you. That is the dwarf.
I don't know. Am I here?
You believe
You're here, but go ahead and mute the Twitch page or close Twitch.
Okie dokie.
That you were trying to talk to initially. Go ahead, Steve, mute the Twitch page. That's hurting you. That is the humor.
Okay, I think I muted it.
There we go.
Okay. And you can turn your camera on too. That way everybody can see your smiling face.
I can I? How do I do that?
So if you're on Discord, there's going to be a little button kind of towards the bottom where you see all of our faces.
I'm on both. I'm on Discord and Twitch.
Well, if you want to look at Discord, there's going to be a little button that says turn on camera.
Oh,
There we go. Give me 1 second so I can do this. Hey. All right. Everybody can see everybody's smiling face. Now I just got to play with cameras again.
Looks like everyone's lined up on my screen.
Well, almost everybody was lined up. There's that. And let me go to Steve's. Turn his Discord on. Oop.
Oh, now I'm Dungeon Master.
You are not the DM.
That's where it's got me.
It'll be fixed here in just a second. So go ahead and keep going kind of with that RP. Since Steve, you are now there. I've introduced what you look like to this newcomer.
we've been being followed by this half elf, for a while, and he's obviously nice and helpful and here to help us. That's what we know.
Yeah, I've actually been watching the last 5 or 10 minutes on Twitch.
Cool.
So I know where you guys are at.
Awesome.
All right. So are you going to do anything, say anything to him? Or are y'all just hanging out?
Well, if you're a friend, then help us track this beast.
So, the person in charge should probably help me understand what's going on, and that would be my friend over here. Walk over to the dwarf.
That's some racist shit right there. You see this crap?
Yeah, I would say fucking
Okay.
asshole,
So,
man.
no, Lucky. No. I'm doing it politely to you this time. I understand you're RPing. I'm still going to call no to that.
All right. I'll play nice.
And we have a final member joining us. Hello, Flip. You there?
Yeah, you hear me?
Howdy.
I hear you.
Hello.
It's Kyla Flip.
So, right now I'm just real quick getting everybody's cameras somewhat into frame properly. Because somebody had to go and join.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean. I just wanted to watch you guys stream it. That's it.
Oh, you're good. If you're gonna watch the stream, just go to Vindy Titan 1988 on Twitch. Although now that you're here, you might as well stay here because as soon as you leave, I'm gonna have to redo all of the.
I'm sorry, I screwed it up already. Gee, all we gotta do is show up.
eventually I'll get all the cameras set up properly so we don't have to I don't have to constantly go through all this.
Yeah.
Eventually. Okay. There. I understand the frames aren't perfect on Twitch right now, but yeah, whatever. And I keep doing that. Why is that background not locked? Okay. So, welcome, Flip. So you can kind of get a hang of what's going on. No, I'm not making you go against that. Okay. So you have all. Has anybody actually said their names yet to each other? If you haven't, that's fine. I don't care.
No,
No.
we
Have
haven't
not.
identified ourselves.
Okay. Everybody roll perception.
Okay.
4.
21.
14.
Okay, you see, kind of looking into this clearing that you see on screen, you see this.
I hate you. I hate you.
There are 2
I'm
wargs
getting big.
mowing down on the leftovers of that wolf that ran off.
As the ranger in the group, I'm going to look at that and go, fuck. And then look over at the pal and be like, guess what you get to do today?
What do I get to do? Do I get to hit something?
Oh, yeah. I hope the guy do hit that thing, because if you don't, we're in trouble.
All right.
So,
And we're down at the bottom.
roll initiative.
Ah, shit. Worse.
18.
And that is Arrakis. Okay. And Lockjaw, what'd you get?
9.
Okay. Flintock?
I got 9 natural. I'm trying to see what my enhancement is.
For initiative? Plus
Mhm.
1.
Then I got 10.
Okay. And Andy.
And as well.
So, that's what you guys see there. I'm going to go ahead and just find some just generic adventurers here. So, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. Where's that? Where's that? Oh, P. Wow, they don't have a rogue in this list?
4 back to the left.
To the left, to the left.
Yeah, keep going. Keep going. There's something with stabby and a hood. Keep going. There you go.
The cultist?
You want stabby and a hood.
There you go. There's stabby with arrows and a hood. That's all I'm giving you. You get stabby with arrows and a hood. Okay, so the druid is all the way on the left. The knight guy's the paladin. That's you, Lucky. And that is the rogue. Not that you guys know he's a rogue yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the good news is this creature gets to go first because he saw you and that's what actually started combat.
Oh, shit.
since none of you guys saw them.
I rolled a 21.
And he is going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He is charging straight towards the shield. And he is going to do a bite. Oh. Oh. I'm so sorry, guys. Not really. What's your AC?
18.
He charges at you. He went to bite you and just bounced into the shield.
Oh, I was worried for a second. You were very happy.
I'm always very happy. Okay, so Arrakis, you are up first in initiative order.
I am swinging back at him with my longsword.
Okay, roll to hit.
9.
Miss.
Yeah.
You go to swing at him, and because he bounced back, you misjudged it and just completely swung past his head. Okay, Flintock, you are up.
Okay, I guess there's no talking to this wolf.
This isn't a wolf.
Oh, okay. I'm
It's a
looking at the
warg.
wrong. A ward. Okay, they just look like wolves.
Well, demon
Way bigger.
wolves that are, demon wolves that are the size of a bear. So,
Can I get a clear shot at him with the scimitar?
which warg are you trying to attack?
The one that's on us.
Yeah,
he's
you have
kinda-
Am I
you have
looking
line
at-
of sight.
Okay. Who's he attacking?
He is currently attacking Varakis the Paladin.
Okay, I'll take a shot at him with the scimitar. What do you want me to roll?
Scimitar, so you're going to roll your d20 to hit, and you should have +3 to hit.
Yeah, I think so. 9 plus 3 is 12.
So you go to swing at him, and you just barely miss him. The blade of your scimitar just kind of goes straight through the fur like it's an almost hit. You cut some fur off.
Yay.
Okay, and up next is the friendly neighborhood Avram.
Am I within 5 feet to do sneak attack?
You are currently 10 feet away. However, you have not hidden, and you are not currently facing its back.
Thought I could do that with him reached with.
Let me just double check. Action. Sneak attack. You can do sneak attack, yes. Yes, you can do a sneak attack.
Okay.
But you have to use a finesse or ranged weapon.
So I'll use my rapier.
Okay.
I roll first to see if I hit, right?
Yes.
Can I? Yeah. Oh, that was not right. Hold on. Let me fix that. That was wrong. There we go. Here we go. And I rolled a 13, and then anything else I have with that, or
So you'd have your should be a +3 to hit for you.
Okay, so then 16.
Okay. So you go to do a sneak attack. You end up lunging into the side of him, and you end up just to get a nice good stab right into his side. So go ahead and roll your damage.
Then the D8 plus the D6.
So that'll be 1d8 plus 1 plus your 1d6. Yes.
So 4 plus 6, so 10.
10?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Oh, crap. Wrong one. Give me a second. All right. So as you go to stab in, you get a pretty good impact into it. The rapier penetrates fairly well into its flank. You can hear the warg kind of make some sounds, but it really at this point it's just much angrier than it was beforehand, and now it's turning to look at you. Lockjaw, you are up.
And
All right. I'm going to take a 5-foot step to the right
Okay.
because I already have my bow hooked up and ready to shoot. I'll shoot at the warg,
Which warg?
the one that's currently engaged with everybody.
Okay.
That is a 22 to hit.
As you loose your arrow, it just penetrates straight into its shoulder area. Maybe it was a vital hit. If not, it was really close to vital.
That's because I got that fur out of the way.
And I rolled 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. The warg that you shot is now really angry. It's starting to really growl. It's torn between looking at you, because you just shot him with an arrow, and the pesky rogue that stabbed it with a rapier. At this point, it lets loose a howl, and the other warg comes to join the fight. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the warg, that other warg saw the arrow get loosed, and it is charging right at Lockjaw, and it goes to take a bite. I don't even need you to tell me your AC, because I know that one hits you.
Damn.
Okay, so 2d6. Oh. It lunges at you, and it just pounces, tackles you, and bites down right on your neck. 9 points.
I'm down.
And okay, so at this point, Lockjaw has just went unconscious.
Again?
And now we are back to top of the order, and it is Arrakis's turn.
Not to be a jerk, but isn't it the other warg's turn?
No.
Okay. And this is a question. If I do lay on hands, can I give him like a hit point to get him back up? Would that work?
Yes.
And would I be moving out of range of the warg?
No.
Like he wouldn't get an opportunity attack, would he? By me moving into the other one.
No, he
I
would not
want to
get
go.
the
The other
warg.
one would.
Yeah, the other one could have a potential for an opportunity attack.
All right,
yes.
I'm going to move over one and like whether it's 1 or 5, like I can just
That's
do one and
5.
it just gets them up, right? What?
Well, that's a 5 move. But yeah.
Oh no, I meant 1 or 5 hit points for lay on hands.
Let me find your character. I hate
Yeah.
paladins because I know.
You have a pool of healing power that can restore 5 HP per long rest. As an action, you can touch a creature to restore any number of HP remaining in the pool, or 5 HP to either cure a disease or neutralize a poison
Okay.
affecting the creature.
So yeah, you can restore anywhere between 1 to 5 HP.
So I can do 1, and that gets them up, right? That's as good as a 5.
Well, it gets him up with 1 HP.
Yeah, that'd be at least
Yeah. Yeah, I want to do that in case he has to go down again.
Okay, so that's your action then.
I know.
Okay, so not Flintock. Arrakis has moved over and cast Lay on Hands to the currently unconscious ranger, getting him up with 1 HP. At this point, the warg that had initially sprung the attacks, since it sees the other warg currently fighting with the enemy that went down that shot it with an arrow, he is going to focus on the one that stabbed him with a rapier. What is your AC, Avram? 12?
12, I believe, yeah. 12.
He's still really stunned, though, so he goes to bite at you, but he just, like, completely misses your arm as you pulled the rapier out of him.
I feel like I'm getting railroaded over here.
All right, Flintock, you are up.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I will. What happened to the one that bit Lockjaw in the neck?
Oh, he's still right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
He's right there.
It's this guy right here.
All right. I guess I'm pretty limited. I mean, there's no way I should try to talk to these guys.
You can't.
Um,
You're out of
no,
spells.
I can't.
You
I
used
thought
all
we
your spells.
rested.
You did a short rest, not a long
Short
rest.
rest.
So both my slots are gone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then all I got is the swing of the scimitar. Here goes.
Okay.
On the fresh one.
On this one?
On the one that went, the vampire one. The one that
Okay.
went for the neck.
So you'd have to move over that way. That's fine.
Ooh, I got a 17 without a natural 17, so
Okay.
what can I add to that?
So as you swung, you struck right into the back of it. Roll your damage.
And is that a D6 or a D8?
For a scimitar, that should be a D6. I'm sorry. Wait. Yep, D6 plus 1.
3.
Okay, so you deal 4 points of damage to this creature that was previously nomming on the ranger's neck. And Avram, you are up.
Well, I think we need to continue on the one that we've hurt.
Mhm.
Let's continue that one. Oh, I can't do a sneak attack on him now, right?
No, because he is
he's
actively
engaged.
targeting you.
Okay, so then let's see. Yeah, it's going to be the rapier again. I'm just gonna
Okay. Roll your hit.
rolling. See what we get.
Fingers crossed.
14 plus
Should be a plus
15. 15 total.
15 total?
Oh, 3 plus 3. Sorry.
I was going to say.
Sorry, 3 total. 17.
Okay. So as you go to stab again, you do a really good stab. It just barely misses the head. It looks like it's another really good hit on it, though. Maybe it was a vital area again. You're not sure. So roll your damage.
Lost everybody.
Roll your damage.
4.
4?
Total.
Total, so that was, you rolled 3? Because your rapier does +1. So, did you roll a 3 or a 4 for your damage?
Oh, 3. Sorry, 3.
Okay. So, you deal another 4 points of damage to him. At this point, that warg is really hurt. It's starting to stagger and slouch a little bit more. He is still hanging in, though. He's still there. He's still aggressive at you. And Lockjaw, you are up.
All right. So, is it half my movement to stand back up?
Yes.
All right. So I'll stand back up. Take my stuff. I'm going to 5-foot step behind the paladin, and I'm going to shoot an arrow at the one that's almost down. Yeah, leftmost one.
Okay.
And that is a 16.
You loose your arrow, and it flies right into the side of it.
My damage is pitiful. 3 points.
Okay. He's still up there, but he is really, really hurt now. And he's still hanging in.
Yeah.
He's still angry. He's still there. And now it is this warg's turn in initiative, and he is going to go after the one that attacked him. The only one to do damage to him, so he is going to turn and attempt to bite that druid. What's your armor class, Mr. Druid? Flintock, what's your armor class?
Oh, you're with me? Sorry. I used to everybody calling me a dwarf. Armor class is 14.
He bites, and boy, does he bite down on you. He gets a really good hit on you. He latches onto your neck and takes you to the ground for 12 points of damage.
Okie dokie. That's all I got.
So
12.
you are now unconscious.
That's a good assessment.
All right, Arrakis, you are up.
So he's down. He's back there. I'm going to fight my way. I'm going to hit the warg on the left, the one that's I
Okay.
hope almost dead. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to swing from there.
Okay.
And we are going to get a 10. Awesome.
Ten total
Yeah, that was a 4 plus a 6.
for a what?
My longsword was, the hit was 4. I rolled a 4 and I added 6 and I got a 10 to hit.
You miss.
Yeah.
Boy, do you miss.
Yes. I am not hitting. I'm striking out. I'm 0 for 2 right now.
Okay, so
I think he hit me.
no, it wasn't a natural one.
Wasn't that bad.
Because of how crippled the warg is, it's slowly gonna make its way back. It's limping back. It realized this is a really bad day for it, and it's trying to salvage a little bit of its life. It might just be regrouping. We're not sure. Flintock, go ahead and make your first save.
All right. Which one do I need for that?
D20.
Oh. 15.
Okay, so you have successfully made one death save.
Yay.
Okay. And Avram, you're up next.
All right. Turning my. Can I tell how critical the warg that's retreating looks?
Say that again?
Can I tell how critically injured that warg that's retreating looks?
He is limping away. He's just really slouched over. And you notice what appears to be significant blood loss.
The other one is perfectly fine.
Well, he's got a hole. He's bleeding from a hole in its back where a scimitar went into it, but
I'm going to go after the one that's limping away and
Okay.
attack him. Rolled a 8 total, not even close.
Yeah. You went to swing. Even though it's limping away, you just completely misjudged its distance. You didn't even touch its tail.
All right.
Lockjaw, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna shoot at the one that's limping away. Actually, I'm gonna take another 5-foot step over to the left.
Okay.
My shot is garbage. 8.
Yeah, you loose the arrow. It goes whizzing right by that rogue's head, just clear over the warg.
Yeah. So, and that's all I got.
Okay, so it is this warg's turn. This warg knows that sees that one druid still laying down on the ground, so he is going to attack the next immediate threat to him, which happens to be this big dragon with a shield and sword.
Well, I can tell by our rolls we're all pretty honest players.
As the warg goes to attack him, he just, once again, that shield's coming in handy. You have that shield held out right in front of you. Right as that warg comes in to attack, you just kind of shield bash it in the head and stop it from biting down on you.
Okay.
All right. Arrakis, you're up.
I'm going to, kind of sideswipe him with the shield and bring the. What?
Okay.
Wait, well, sorry.
Roll your hit.
Okay. Hold on, let me get here.
You can roll your hit, and I will give you a
15.
You hit with the shield. Go ahead and roll a d4.
Two.
So you do 2 points of damage to him. As I said earlier, your actions have consequences.
What I was doing was saying what I was trying to say was what you had done, shove him off with the shield, and then come down with the thing. So, but I get you.
A shield bash is different than using a shield as a block.
Okay.
Right? A shield bash is using your shield as an offensive attack.
Understood.
All right. He is going to, let's see. 1, 2. Well, actually, before I do that, I need to roll a percentile. So he is still kind of limping, but he is trying to use what appears to be the other warg and get next to the other warg at some point. So he's still retreating, but he's not just fleeing anymore. And Flintock, your turn.
Well, I'm just laying here unconscious, bleeding on the ground.
So roll your
consequences
second
has that
save.
got? Here we go. Oh, a 14.
So that is your second successful death save. If you make 3 successful death saves or you get a nat 20, you stand back up. If you get 3 unsuccessful death saves, you die. Or if you get a critical 1, if you roll a nat 1, then you automatically fail 2 death saves.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Avram, your turn.
Right. The healthier one. Let's go ahead and attack that one.
Okay.
Can I do a sneak attack since he's engaged on someone else?
Yes.
Let's hit. Let's hit. 17, so 20 total.
You hit. You come rushing in there again with your rapier, and you puncture him right in the flank.
Two from the rapier plus 1's 3, plus 3, 6 total.
Okay. As you punch her into the flank, you pull it out. You can tell that you missed his lung. You missed the warg's lungs and vital areas. But it looks like you still got some pretty decent hit onto the warg. You saw the warg flinch and kind of recoil back a little bit when you stabbed it into its flank. All right, Lockjaw, you're up.
All right. Slide me 10 feet to the right. And I'm going to shoot the one that's trying to sling it into the bushes.
Okay.
Ah, 7.
Because the bushes those are actually trees, but because the bushes are partially obscuring him, as you loose the arrow, it just sticks into the tree right next to it.
Level 1, people. Level 1.
Mhm.
And it is now Mr. Warg's turn. So. And. Arrakis. What's your AC, Arrakis?
18.
So the warg lunges back at you, and he just clears your shield and bites down on your arm. So let's see how much bite damage there is. And it bites for 12 points of damage to your arm.
All right.
He's trying to pretty much tear that shield off of you.
Yeah.
You guys are rolling like crap. My rolls are going great. I'm sorry, I'm not a vindictive dungeon master at all.
Okay.
I'm just realistic. I don't sugarcoat the rolls. And Arrakis, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, let's try this. I'm going to use my breath weapon. It's mine's 5 foot by 30 foot line. So I think they're both lined up at that diagonal.
Yeah.
Huh?
So it's a Dex DC of 13, half damage on success, and 2d6 is the roll. So
Okay, so roll your damage.
was it 7?
Okay, so you hit for 7 damage.
Yes.
Okay, and that is I need to go here. 13 save. Okay. So DC 13. The warg closest to you made its dex save. So it took 3 points of damage. The warg furthest away from you, tell me how it dies.
As the flame comes, it engulfs it, burning off a decent amount of its fur, and it just slumps over, dead.
All right. All right, Flinthawk, you are up. Let's see if you can roll another save.
4.
First
Fabior.
death fail. Or first fail.
Okay.
And Avram, you're next.
Just I guess another attempt to hit.
Okay. He is still targeted on the paladin.
With the sneak attack as well.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. We'll move on.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
7 total.
I just had to make sure it wasn't a natural one.
But no, I would let you. No, I would absolutely let you know if that happened.
Okay, Lockjaw, you're up.
I'm gonna shoot at the warg that's left.
Okay.
Hey, what do you know? 13?
13?
15.
Oh, 15. You loose your arrow, and once again, that arrow flies pretty much true. It doesn't punch her like straight into it, but you can see it like stabbed it right in the neck.
Cool. He takes 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. So now that warg is when that arrow went into its neck, you saw that warg slump down pretty heavily. You see a lot of blood coming out. It's not down. It's still there, but at this
Yes,
point, you guys feel pretty confident in what you're doing.
Speak for yourself.
Well,
Hey, I'm holding on by a thread here.
I know.
and that warg does attempt to limp away. Arrakis.
I'm going to follow up one and swing with my longsword.
Okay.
17.
Roll your damage.
5.
And describe your kill.
Sweet. I am as it's running away, it hears me come up behind it. It turns back just in time for me to swing down and chop its head off.
Okay. Just so you know, a warg is the size of a bear.
Okay, that actually would help.
So
So
you're not
so I'm more like
swinging
this.
down.
So, swinging up and chopping it from the side.
Well, I mean, you are what, like 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'3", I think. Six
So
three,
I
6'5",
mean,
more than-
it's not really a
Yeah.
down. It's you're pretty much
Straight across.
straight
Yeah.
level with it. Okay. So at this point, I will finish out this initiative order just to make sure. Unless somebody wants to do something.
I mean, do we still have to get Flintock up?
He's unconscious.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
needs to go back him.
I mean, do we want to risk it, or should I just go over and lay on hands?
Yeah, I mean,
Because I don't want to.
head,
Yeah.
so
Is that okay? I don't want to mess up the order.
No, that's fine.
Okay. I'm just going to do the same thing. One
Okay.
HP.
So,
to get him up.
Flintock, you have gained 1 HP, so you are now conscious. However, you're laying down on the ground. You are prone.
Okay.
Is anybody else wanting to do anything? Both of the wargs are dead.
I know, Pan, whether or not these count as the monstrosities I need to. Are these not monstrosity enough?
they're monstrosities. They're monstrosities.
So
Do we
were
need
you
to, like,
were
search
you
their body or
asking?
anything?
Do you know if they're monster?
Yes.
Consider
To find
roll
out.
intellect.
I rolled the 12, but
Okay, you do know that they are a monstrosity.
Then act a tribute.
Hang on, be right back.
Of sorts.
I got to check my plug.
Say that again.
Near.
You said what attribute? Just intellect.
Oh, tribute. I need to. You said this is a monstrosity, so I need to collect some sort of tribute from kill.
Okay, so how could you prove you guys killed a monstrosity?
Well, I would probably pick up the head that I just chopped off. Can I carry it? I don't know how big. I'm assuming I can.
Oh no, we're skinning this whole. We're skinning both of these things. That's worth something plus their heads.
Well, one of them's worth something. The other one was singed and burnt alive.
Yeah,
We still get the head off that one. That counts.
yeah, but do we need to like search the bodies or anything? Is that a thing?
There's nothing on them. They're
Okay.
critters. They don't got pockets.
They like eat somebody's gold.
Roll investigation.
13.
So you cut
Okay, I'm
open the
back.
warg's stomach, and as you reach in there to find it, all you feel is just the remnants of animals that it has eaten in the past. Maybe some chunks of flesh that it has taken out of you guys. But that's it.
Okay.
So at this point, you all are currently out of initiative. So what are you all wanting to do?
Pillage the bodies. Take my short sword. Go over the singed one. Take the head off that one.
Okay.
And because the pally already took the head off the other one.
Yeah.
Effectively. So, I don't know if me or the druid's got a better skill set at this one, but definitely I want to at least say pull the hide off the one that's semi intact.
Is there anything else useful on a warg?
No, they're just kind of nasty, evil,
Okay.
semi-intelligent things. So
Okay. Like teeth or eyeballs.
So that would be
we're taking the
a
head.
survival check.
Yeah, no. 7.
15.
Okay, so you do manage to skin the warg. It's not a perfect skin cut, or anything like that. It gets the job done, but it's not amazing or anything like that.
Yeah, but it's still we got works. We got some work parts. So
Well, you have warg skin.
I'll throw that in my pack. I'll limp over and just sit next to a tree and just be like, "That sucked."
Okay.
So,
Is anybody else
I
doing
will-
anything?
Oh, wait, where's Andy?
I'm right.
Okay.
You guys see me?
Yeah,
Okay, sorry, my computer crashed for a second. Sorry about that.
you're good.
Can I get like a claw or something that I can?
Could I say, Avram, thank you. You've proved to be very helpful.
Did
for
he
a
ever
friend-
tell you his name?
Oh, no.
I did not. I did not.
Sorry. So,
Sounds like Shannon Mayer, the artist. If anybody knows comics.
You've been very helpful. Thank you. In this fight, take what you need.
Looks like we're all getting around the same thing that we all need.
so you're from the academy.
I am, yes.
I'll lumber back to my feet and be like, all right, well, we have the head trophies. We have 2, and if you want, you can. I'll just look over the group and be like, "You want him to link up with us?"
Say again. I'm sorry.
He was quite brave facing down those wargs.
Yeah, he fought with us. He can join us.
Sir, I am Arrakis, Aleth. Please come share the bounty.
Thank you.
I'll kind of half raise my hand up and go lockjaw, and then go back to holding myself up with a tree.
Yeah. I think I'm still sitting on my butt with 1 hit point, so I'm pretty lightheaded. My name's Harry Potter.
Abram Beetlebrox. Pleasure to meet you all, and I'm pleasure to join the group.
Right.
We need to do a better. We need to do a better job of getting you people from not falling down.
I am injured. Do you want to take a short rest here? Is it safe?
Well,
Roll
just killed
perception.
we just killed 2 of the biggest things probably in the area, but
1 + 1, 2.
That's
Again.
a natural 1.
Yes.
Grass is grass.
I got 7.
You,
You got a 7
What would be better?
Yeah.
perception.
I could do perception or survival. They're
Nope,
both
perception.
+5. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, I got 15 + 5 makes 20. So I would have saved myself.
Okay. So
I would
Lockjaw,
have made my last save.
you don't see anything that would warrant anything. You're also kind of compounding that with the fact that from your survival side, you know that these things will eat pretty much anything around them, and you appear to have been kind of in their den. Andy, did you roll perception?
I got a wonderful 8 total.
Okay. You don't sense any other danger or anything else out there. However, Flintock,
Mm-hmm.
you sense something not natural making its way towards you.
Am I have enough perception to know if I should be worried, if it's good or bad?
You can't tell.
Can't tell. All right, fellas, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but something this way comes. Do I know the direction it's coming from?
Out of here.
Yeah, I say we run. Take our stuff and move as fast as we can. Do we know which way it's coming from? Does
No.
Flintock?
I'm just sensing it. I don't know where it's coming from.
It is close. It's within 40 feet of you.
Okay.
I'll divine sense.
It's too late.
It's time
Divine
to go.
sense get me anything?
No.
It's worthless. I say we just. I mean, we can't do a short break. We gotta go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Time to leave.
What do we have here?
Define what.
Okay. We're not going anywhere.
We have adventurers who've slain wargs.
As you're saying that, you see what looks like to be a machine step out into the clearing.
A machine?
Yeah, hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna try. I gotta try something. So 1 second. Let's actually take a quick break.
Okay.
So 10
Sounds good.
minutes.
Sure.
Oh, where's my camera?
Okay. Smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Welcome back. Alrighty, looks like everybody is back. And is everyone back?
Yes.
Yep.
Alright. So, what you all have just seen kind of walk into the area, now that now that they are no longer hiding in the trees observing, you see a warforged land and start walking towards you.
Lovely.
For those of you who have no idea what a warforged looks like, it is a sentient race, but it looks almost like a steampunk-ish robot.
Okay.
I do an insight roll to find out if I able to figure out what it is or what its purpose is.
Roll insight.
18 total.
What do you think you were trying to do, Rogue?
Trying to see what you are.
Do you not recognize one of your professors? If you don't recognize me after the assembly, why should I even care about you?
Ah,
And be like, this is why we succeeded.
Succeeded in what? Killing 2 wargs? And how many times did it knock you unconscious?
For the
One.
record, once, but we still won.
1.
for the record, none.
You call this winning? 2 of your party are barely alive.
We're still standing and they're not.
And it's the monstrosity that you wanted. We're bringing it back.
It's not the monstrosity I wanted.
Can specify the rules, so we found monstrosity.
Terrified?
What'd you say? Andy?
Do you clarify? Do you clarify what monstrosity?
I never told you to find a monstrosity. That was the headmaster's doing. Although, yes, you have passed his little test.
Cool. We're gonna go home now.
All that means is now you belong to me. And it's my job to make sure you don't die in these woods.
Great. Cool.
I whispered to the other guys, well, where was he when we needed him?
You think I have any concern about whether or not one of you lives or dies? I sat there and watched the fight with the wolves. I watched that initiate get eaten by the wolves, yet I did nothing. Y'all have done nothing to impress me.
And what can we do to impress you?
As it stands, very little.
Well, at least we know where we're at the bottom, so the only way to go is up.
You're nothing but children playing. It's our job to give you the tools to see if you can survive. Maybe after you've graduated, you can do something of note that will catch my interest, but I doubt it.
That's cool. Can we go home now?
Very well.
Oh,
I guess seeing as how you passed the headmaster's initiation, I shouldn't let you die out here, although nothing would bring me more joy.
Your instructor, what's your name? I missed that.
I never gave it.
That's why I'm asking.
Professor Mortem.
Cool. What's your specialty you teach?
Combat.
Great. Good to know. All right. I'm gonna go
So-
start hobbling back towards base.
Hold
Um,
on. Hold on. Hold on, Professor. Feel like you have a challenge for us.
Why
just
would
tell
I have
you-
a challenge for those who I care little about?
Well, you came out here, showed yourself after all the battles were done. Feels like you want to have something for us to prove ourselves.
I am merely doing as I was requested by the headmaster.
Okay,
Okay.
no problem. I guess we'll head back, take our victory lap, and our praise.
You think this is worthy of praise? It's 2 wargs. I can do this with no weapons.
Well,
I just lean over. Eventually, I think I'll walk back towards the pally and just whisper, like, this better part of valor, and just look at him.
You wish to challenge me here in your state?
Nope. I'm picking the option of discretion and being like, cool, we get it. You're in charge. You can kick our ass. Can we go home now?
Is anybody else wanting to do anything?
I
Well-
say we just head out.
I barely got any hit points, and I don't have much patience for what this guy's laying down. So I'm just gonna follow my big galoot drag buddy home, dragon guy.
Okay.
At
Andy?
least he knows what we're going through. He got bit on the neck too.
Yeah, hence why I'm trying to go back.
Yeah.
are they all walking away from? Are they all walking away from here?
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're outclassed.
Whatever direction is home.
By the way,
I'm
I was gonna say I got cartography as a skill, and I've been making a map the whole way. I'm going this way.
I walk up to the professor.
Oh Jesus! I just face
You
palm and go by next to a tree and be like, I'm gonna stand here and watch this shit.
Are you sure? Are you positive? There's nothing else you would like for us to do?
I would like for you to get to the academy.
On it.
As
On it,
you
sir.
wish.
All right. So at this point, we are going to It takes about 2 hours or so for you all to eventually make it back to the academy. And you all are coming in kind of where you left, which is right over here. So right by this bridge area that you're going to be able to walk across and walk up. As you all enter the gates of the academy, the professor stops you. Report to the auditorium so you can see how little of your classmates and fellow initiates survived.
Cool.
And with that, he just starts striding off towards the in the general direction of the auditorium.
Yeah.
Looks
I'm
like we're
just gonna
never
keep-
gonna rest, boys.
Yeah, I say we just head to the auditorium.
Yeah, I've had days
Yeah.
like this before. Just keep pushing one foot in front of the other. Let's go.
All right. So you all do eventually make it into the auditorium. I'm just going to use generic knights in here just to make it easy on myself. And looking around, once you all finally make it in, you see a total of 8 other adventurers. Well, 9 other adventurers in this auditorium, all in very similar straits as you.
How many of us left again?
Roll intelligence.
Crap.
Actually, roll history. No, that'd be intelligence.
7. Either way, 7.
You seem to remember a lot more than what's here. You can't remember an exact number, but you know this feels like significantly less.
Damn.
Is anybody else doing anything?
Is our wonderful professor standing around anywhere?
You don't see him. Well, roll perception.
Perception. 16 total.
You think you saw him enter the auditorium and kind of head back towards out another door. It's in the back area of the auditorium, though. You don't know where it goes.
Can we see any of the other trophies the other teams have acquired?
Roll perception.
8.
You look around, you see various pelts. Da, 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 da. And is anybody else rolling perception, or is it just lucky?
I rolled a 14.
Might as well say I didn't roll.
The one that rolled a 14. You see some pelts that look maybe like they came off of a Kruthic. And you see what looks like maybe something from a harpy. But outside of that, you don't really know. All right. Are you guys doing anything else, or are you just hanging out at this point?
Do we see the headmaster?
Roll perception.
That's a natural 20.
So when the initial professor walked into that back door, he left it ajar, and when you looked into there, you could see the professor talking with the headmaster and what appeared to be several other professors.
Hey guys, the headmaster's back talking with all the other professors. Should we go drop off our stuff?
So, can I do stealth to go close to try to hear what they're saying?
You can, yeah.
All right. We got a 17 total.
Okay, as you approach the door, you hear them talking very quietly amongst each other, except as soon as you get into range, the headmaster just turns and looks at you.
Hi.
And how can I help you, Averin?
Trying to figure out what we need to do from this point.
So why were you trying to sneak up on us?
Trying to approach quietly, not to disturb anybody.
From where we stand, you were trying to sneak.
I am a rogue. It's what we do.
I'll be out in a minute. And with
Yes,
that,
sir.
he shuts the door.
Didn't very well, did it now?
So do we have time to take a short rest while we're waiting?
No.
No.
Of course
Uh,
not.
Alright, is anybody else trying to do anything?
Yeah.
I rolled a natural
Either-
one, so I'm just sitting there.
Okay. At this point, Flintock's passed out in the corner.
Yeah, Watchell's not far
Sounds
behind.
about right.
If I have anything.
What'd you say, Keith? Or, I'm sorry, Lucky.
I'm not far behind Flintlock. Just being like, I'm just gonna stand there, against the wall next to the door and just be like, wake me if anything happens. And I just kind of put my head down.
Andy, are you trying anything else?
I guess as I'm walking back, I'm seeing the two of them kind of in very good shape. Noticing that?
Yeah, you'd see your fellow teammates kind of slumped around.
Give them I've got it looks like a ration available.
That won't do anything. That's
Um,
food.
Okay.
That's just food. That's all.
Paladin,
Yes. How
do
may I help?
something, please.
What?
Do something.
Everybody roll perception.
Ah, shit.
11.
12.
13.
Andy?
18.
How much?
18 total.
Okay.
18 plus 4.
Everybody except Flintock sees this because Flintock is currently passed out in a corner. You see the door to where all those professors were open. The headmaster walks out. Professor Mordum walks out, and then another professor, or you assume would be a professor, walks out as well. And they walk up and take center stage.
I'm just going to listen.
Okay.
Try to stand to attention.
At this point, you hear the yet unknown professor just kind of rap their staff loudly on the stage. Wow, I blanked on the word stage. Wow. Raps the staff loudly on the stage, pretty much calling for silence throughout the auditorium. Once everyone's quiet and staring up at the stage, you hear the headmaster begins to speak yet again. Initiates, 40 of you were initially accepted into this academy. Yet here stands the final number. 13 survived initiation. To those who have made it back, bring proof of a monstrosity's death to the stage.
Pick up my head and walk toward the stage and hold it up.
Same thing.
Here you are.
We'll drop our work heads on the stage together.
Okay. Andy? And Flintock still passed out in the corner.
Yeah, but I'm. I'm
I
having a
go
good dream,
get
though.
Talk and kind of like Weekend at Bernie's him up to the stage.
You just, he's not unconscious, he's just asleep.
I guess I walk up next to. I walk up next to the group and stand there with everybody.
So nobody woke Flintock up. Okay.
I'll go back and get him.
The headmaster is looking out, looking across the stage as everyone brings their trophies up. He eyes your group. Where's the druid that was reported to be with you?
One second. Turn around and go back and get him. He's short. I missed him. Just pick him up.
Hey, you big galoot. I was having a good dream.
I whack him with my tail and just stare at him like, shut up, let's go.
I see
All
many
right.
different types of monstrosities that were killed. We have some blood toll harpies, a few warbs, a few wargs, what looks like a young Kruthic. While these are small and tiny compared to what you will be fighting in the future, please note, once again, the lack of returning initiates. How many of them perished during the initiation? I don't know. Professor Morton, did you keep count? No. Many perished. Many more fled. As you can note, the life you are seeking to lead is a dangerous one. Survival is not guaranteed. It's our job at this academy to train you, to help ensure your survival. So take our lessons to heed, lest you fail. For those of you who fought together, you are now a team. There is no trading. There is no swaps. And each team shall have a designated team leader. Who that is, I leave to your party. I do know that we have an odd number. We have one student that is not assigned a team. And that student alone, and I don't know if he strode out into the forest alone or if the rest of his team was merely killed. We will figure out what to do with him later, but rest assured, he will be placed with one of your teams. For now, you all have dorms waiting for you. But before we leave, before you're able to return to your dorms and set up and get ready for the next challenges that await you, both in combat, in the wilds, and in the study halls. There's one more thing to do. And then that he turns to the professor that was holding the staff. Wordlessly, you see the professor's staff just impact the ground. And then all of you feel this rejuvenation come through you. It appears as if you have all just completed a long rest. So whatever spell slots you have expended, those are now restored. Your health has been restored. So your health is back to full. Your spell slots are back to full. If you have anything else that resets with a long rest, that's all been restored. Your dorms, the first year dorms, are. Let me pull them up. Let the map open. There we go. The first year dorms are closest to the training rink. Make your way there. You will stay as a team. However, I'm not assigning your rooms. That's between all of the team leaders. So I suggest you make that decision quickly. Claim your room. Tomorrow morning, you will tell me who your team leader is and which room you have resided in. And with that, all of the professors walk off the stage.
I tap the pally and go, top bunk, let's go.
Yeah, let's head out, boys.
Do we want to pick a leader?
I think we need a leader.
I'm not charismatic. Who is?
I am.
So am I. If you'd had me, I'd be happy to try and lead this group.
Is that the paladin?
Yes.
Oh, could be worse. I got no problem with that.
Put the bright shiny guy,
Think
the armor guy up front. No, let's be like, all right, everyone file in.
I'm gonna
It's good.
roll persuasion.
You get a real persuasion.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, what are you trying to do?
Become the leader.
Okay.
What's your bid, Senator?
13 plus 5, 18.
Jesus.
So everybody make a DC 18 charisma check.
Actually, I made that.
Okay, so you are not persuaded to become the leader. Although, what are you saying that is giving this persuasive argument?
And a few words leading us is not going to get us very far. Allow me to speak for behalf of the team and get us everything we need.
I rolled a 14. I'm happy to
I got
lead.
a 10.
I'm happy to serve.
All right, so the pally's out. What did Druid get?
You're the only one that made the save, Lucky.
Ah, fuck. I'm just gonna stare at the elf and just be like, can just do this. Be like, let's do this. Let's go. He does. We need a room. I'm not fucking getting last dibs. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
So Avrim is now your leader?
I got outvoted because I'm the one who passed, so I'm just gonna stare at him and be like, "All right, lead, little thing."
What about the paladin? Doesn't he want to be leader?
I mean,
Apparently he got
by
bamboozled.
14, I said I'd be happy to lead. I'd be happy to follow.
So
I
as
rolled a 10.
yeah, you
Where-
failed
where-
that persuasion.
So who's
You were
got-
successfully persuaded by the rogue.
Well, then the point is moo. I'm okay.
The only one who was not persuaded immediately was Lockjaw, and he didn't want to contest it, so there we have it.
We have a leader.
So as you enter the first year dormitories, this is what you see. There's 2 floors. They look identical to this. So 2 rooms. I didn't put the bathrooms or anything like that. There are bathrooms and showers off to the side. I can build those if you want, but
We're fine.
We'll figure it out.
okay. So there's 2 floors of this: first floor, second floor, and Avram, since you are the leader, go ahead and roll a d4.
A grand old 1.
Okay, you are the first team to the dorm rooms.
All right.
I want the green one on the end.
Well, do you
I
want
like
first
green.
floor, second floor, left, right?
Take second floor left.
Okay. So then this is going to become your room.
Okay.
So when you get in there, so you all finally make it in there. You have all of your backpacks, gears. You grabbed all of that from the auditorium. So is there anything else you all are trying to do?
At this point, rest. I mean, I understand we got power healed up, but no, it's still been a rough day.
Okay.
Do we have like storage for our stuff? Do we still have pelts or anything?
You still have the pelts, but you have Lockjaw has the pelt, but nah, he gave up. You all gave up the heads and everything else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, there is storage.
Okay.
So there's 4 chests in there. I didn't put them all in there.
We all got storage lockers. Okay.
Yeah. So is there anything else y'all are trying to do?
No, at
Nope.
this
No, I'm
point,
good.
I think everything rest is what is needed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then we will wrap the session here since it is currently 11:07 Eastern, and that's when I said we would end. It was 11. It's 8 to 11. And let me just double check something. Word. So everybody got 200 experience.
yay.
So I will go ahead and add everybody's experience right now. And the reason I'm doing this now is because some of you may have leveled as a result. Okay, so Arrakis, you did level to level 2. Avram, you did not level. But that's going to tell me that Flintock did level, as well as Lockjaw. So,
I'm level 2.
yep, you all made level. You 3 made level 2. So if you want to set your character up now for level 2, you can.
Okay.
So to do that, you need if you're on D&D Beyond, do you see where the little anvil is on the right? So if you're on your character sheet, you should see an anvil to the right.
Yep, the edit.
Yeah, go ahead and click on that anvil. And this will take you to the builder. Now, the first thing we're going to do is... Actually, I'm going to do it this way. So, let me open it. I'm bringing up my D&D Beyond so that y'all can see it as well. Oh, come on. Go add source. Window capture. We'll go ahead and add Chrome. What do I have Edge open for? Alright, so y'all should see this on, I do have it up on Twitch, although I can, let me do it here as well. Because this will just help out. So if we are... Alright, y'all should be able to see my screen now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we go to, I don't have to, I have to do it this way because I'm starting from the beginning. So I'm going to go to View Campaign. I'm going to select this character just because I can. That way I'm not messing with any of your characters.
All right, show me the anvil.
That's what I'm getting ready to do. So it's right here
Yeah, mine didn't have one.
on your character.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Another one you can do is if you click on your portrait, there's an edit character button.
Okay.
There's also a manage
now
levels button, so they both can do the same thing. So the first thing you're going to do, and I'm going to do this, because you guys don't need to see any of that. So I am going, lucky I'm using your characters for this example.
Okay.
All right. So you've already made your character level 2.
Mm-hmm.
And 1d10 per ranger level. So in Lucky's case, roll a d10.
No, I can't just take the half.
No.
I hate you. Say it.
All right, so you're going to go to hit points and see where it says hit point at higher level. And this may change depending on your class, right? Rangers have a D10 hit point.
I need to get hold on a second. I need to get some dice.
Right, so you'll roll whatever your D is, and then click where it says Manage HP, and just add that to the rolled value. And then do I need to make sure everybody else is on manual HP?
I am.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna take off since
Yep.
I'm not leveling up tonight.
Okay.
So I will
Okay.
catch you all next week.
Cool.
Yeah, have a good one. See you next Wednesday, 8
Take
p.m.
care.
Eastern.
Sounds good. Thanks, guys.
Yep,
Appreciate
have
it.
a good
Fun
one.
time.
Why,
So-
thank you.
My hit dice says 2d10. So do I roll 2d10s or 1d10?
1d10. Because you should have a 10. That's your 10 is your first one, and then you roll another
Gotcha.
d10. But we are going to end the stream here.
Okay.